Alright. Time for my side of the story to come out into the open. Since I'm speaking about parental alienation and whatnot. Let's start at the beginning. Why not? My first wife and I, we had 2 children before our marriage fell apart. This is back in the early 2000s. We separated in like 2007, late 2007, or it might have been 2008. But fast forward a couple years, 2010, my divorce was finalized. 2011, my ex-wife had assaulted our daughter in the Marshalltown Hy-Vee parking lot, lost the kids to the state of Iowa. I was currently residing in Burlington, Iowa, working for a floor care company. My truck had broke down that week. I got a bicycle and rode a bicycle from Burlington, Iowa to Marshalltown. It took me less than 2 days. Got to Marshalltown, got an apartment within a month, had another job within that month, started getting visitation with the kids. It was supervised, then it went from supervised to I could have my weekends with my children. And at that time I took JC, Jolene, and Max. Max being my wife's illegitimate child. I say illegitimate because he was conceived when we were legally married. Fast forward to 2014, 2015. I had a girlfriend, fiance. She gave birth to my youngest child, Junior. I was at work one night. We had the kids that weekend. Well, Max decided to step on Junior's back as he was just learning to crawl. At that point, I decided I would no longer take Max. He ain't biologically mine. I have no claim to him. He can sit at his grandparents'. On the weekends, I take JC and Jolene. Well, they decided that if I wasn't going to take Max, I'm going to have JC or Jolene. Okay, fine. Fast forward a few months. I got offered a better paying job in Florida. I took it. I moved down in mid-2015. Had that job for about 120 days, if that. Lost it because I was dumb and I made a social media post complaining about child support. Now, you would ask, why would you complain about paying child support? Those are your children. You're absolutely right. Those are my children. But it also had my illegitimate son that I had no reason to have to pay child support for. So I made a post going, hey, it's about time we go back to court and back to war. I'm going to win this battle. Well, when I made that post, I had posted the child support notice. It included my employer's name, their address, and phone number. The boss, the owner of the company, didn't like the way I had worded it, so they let me go. 2 months went by. We lost our home down in Florida. We were in Florida for another 6 to 7 months. Just over 7 months. I was driving taxi cab, making decent money, but not really happy with our quality of life. We were living in an extended stay motel room. It wasn't ideal, but it suited our needs at that moment. So we decided we would pack everything we owned at that moment up in a little Ford Focus, and we came back to Iowa. Well, it took us over a week to get back to Iowa because the car broke down in Tennessee. Came back to Iowa mid-2016. Tried to make contact. Didn't have any luck. I let it go. I was tired of it. Got a job. They started taking child support. Had some mental health issues. I lost that job. Means no more child support. Got another job. More mental health issues. Imagine that. Me with mental health. Ha! But I digress. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm the victim. I know I have done things probably not in the best thought process. I am quick to anger. I do get upset. I do hoop and holler about parental alienation because I do believe that it is happening. And, you know, it is what it is. You see, my father was never around. My grandfather was basically my father figure, and, you know, he said, you know, walk tall, stand proud, and never be afraid of voicing your opinion, no matter who it may offend or this or that. Well, a little bit of time goes by. I find out that there's been some inappropriate behavior between my two oldest children, JC and Jolene, and JC was removed. Now, the only reason I know is my mom called me going, hey, Janice wanted me to take JC. Okay. Well, by the time I was able to take him at him, she told me that her sister already had him and that it had been taken care of. Well, I found out what was going on, got involved with the courts on that, and it was immediately dismissed, damn near. Imagine that. Fine, whatever. Fast forward to about a month ago. Well, almost 2 months ago. Jolene found me on social media. Imagine that. You know, I don't use my real name on social media because I admit, I got issues. I got problems. I got major problems, and I got major squabbles, and I complain about a lot of stuff. But she found me, and then I got an email. I figured out how to I called them up and going, hey, I want to have visits with Jolene again, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I see their side of the coin. They're worried that I'm just going to stick around for a little bit of time, have a couple visits with her, then dip out of her life yet again. And they're worried they're going to have to pick up the pieces of her being broken from her dad leaving. I've never wanted to abandon my child. I never wanted my child to think I had abandoned them. Her or JC. I'm sorry they have dealt with the abandonment issue for the past 5 years. It's not fully on me, nor is it fully on their caretakers. I will accept half responsibility for this. I'm not going anywhere. I'm doing the best I can. I have a full-time job. I'm working 40 hours a week. Was running a company called Jobs Done Right. Yeah, I started it back up. I haven't done anything since this COVID-19 outbreak, but that's because there ain't no money to be had anywhere, you know? So I guess they're going to leave it up to her to let me know when I can talk to her or contact her. I'm not too copacetic with it, you know, but I don't know what else to do. It's not like it can send my parental rights away. I couldn't live with myself if I did that. But, you know, There's two sides to every story. And this is my side. You know? I missed JC's birthday this year. I do not want to miss Jolene's birthday. So, JC, if you're watching, I'm sorry I missed your birthday, bud. Happy 15th birthday. I love you. I'm sorry I made mistakes in my life that made you question my love for you. Jolene, if you see this, I am sorry I made poor choices that made you question my love for you. I love you kids so much. I'm just tired. So, I'm here when you want to talk. Later.